That's the part I'm at in the series.
Let's go.
This old guy's looking for a staff in the woods.
Oh, the one like Gandalf's buddy. I'm never gonna go home and watch it tonight.
I want to spoil this for you so bad.
I know you want to spoil it for me. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. I'll watch it.
In my defense, the original books and the source material have been out for 100 years.
Oh, that's
so
true.
You can't really say you're spoiling something that has been out for 100 years.
Wait, what? Lord of the Rings been out for 100 years?
Okay, maybe I think it was like the 50s, maybe.
That's still
not quite 100 years.
Oh yeah.
So
Did it come through clean?
They just copied Chick-fil-A. It's a great day here at Harris Investment Group.
Oh, yeah.
That's good to hear.
That's a good one. Hey, it's a great day here at Harris Investment Group. I'm MattyP, your host here with, as always, Bronson Kaufusi. What's up, Bronson?
Hey, how we doing? This is the HIG podcast.
We're super stoked to be here with you right now in Provo, here at the Harris Financial Center. And that's kind of what we're going to be talking about today. But before we get into that, Bronson, I was wondering if you could give our viewers one key takeaway from this last week. I know you had a really busy week, and I know we didn't tee this up either.
Yeah,
at all. So
I like this. I like these types of questions.
You on the spot, but what's one key takeaway from all the things and all the places this last week?
Oh man, you know what? I was in Denver for 3 days at a investment conference. The main sponsors were larger groups like BlackRock, Partners Group, Adam Street. Yeah, the big ones. You know, I learned a lot about pension funds. There's a lot of pension funds and groups there, and I learned of how they operate with groups like Harris Investment Group. I met probably 100 different people, all with different fund management or financial service or pension. You know what's really interesting though is what I learned is what we do at Harris Investment Group is really unique, especially the gas stations. Every single person I talked to, they were caught off guard and very surprised and excited about that aspect of what we do, because a lot of people do apartments and different things. And so how can you be unique in that type of environment? And so the gas stations, it was really awesome to hear people, whoa, tell me more about that.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was good.
That's really cool. You know, there seems to be a status quo, and every now and then something comes along that gets people to think differently. So that's interesting. You could see that and experience that, you know, in real life. But also like the networking aspect.
Yeah.
That's very, very cool.
There's a lot.
That's neat. But one thing that we actually get to do here, since we are not the biggest of the big, is we have the opportunity to connect a lot with our investor base, with the people who choose to work with us. And it's a lot of fun. And that's actually why we're here today, sitting with the one and the only Kyle Turner.
Hey, Matt. Hey, Bronson. Thanks for having me.
Kyle.
Yeah, this is round 2 on the show, right?
Keep that going.
Looking great, Kyle, as usual. He's always looking good, the man.
I know, right? But really, though, we offer a unique experience for all of our investors. We get to do things a little differently here, which is a lot of fun. And at the front of that, the helm of that, are actually you two guys. Like, you two are the ones making that happen. Specifically Kyle, because you work with pretty much all of our investors, correct?
That is correct. So we like to be out front, meeting with our investors, because one thing we say in the office is part of our just normal vocabulary, but I think it says a lot about the culture of our firm, is we don't necessarily call our investors, we call them investor partners. And the partnership part is important to us, because it's not that somebody invests their money once and they forget about a Harris Investment Group or that we forget about them, but it's a true partnership where we want to partner with them, helping them stay on track for their goals. And whether that's directly with us or if there's other things that we can help them out with as well, we want to be that resource and a tool for them. And so part of it is we're trying to find ways to add value, provide education and different opportunities for them to continue to learn and grow and stay on track for whatever those goals may end up being.
I love that. Investor partners. That's so true. I actually remember when I was first talking with Jason, that's why he kept calling, you know, all the people that were, you know, investing alongside of him, and he'd call them investor partners. And it's very true. It does feel like a partnership, and I think that's, especially with all the stuff that we do, because we do so much, and that's why I think that's one thing that really does set apart Harris Investment Group.
I know that the terminology kind of took me off guard the first time I heard it. It sounded a little funny, but the more I think about it, it really is true. It's because we aren't just trying to take somebody's money and never see them again, never talk to them. We really do want to create that partnership build that relationship of trust where they can trust us and know that we're going to do the best that we can by them.
Yeah.
So I love that that's a standard operating procedure in the office is everybody, it's a partnership.
Yeah. No, yeah, and you can tell when people come in because everyone's saying hi, talking to them, and people. You go to our events. We do a lot of really cool events, and people are all talking to each other, and you get to know these people and their families, and
that's really cool.
Isn't that? Yeah, it is actually really unique, and that's part of the reason why we're able to do that too. I mean, we don't see everyone all the time because we have a lot of investor partners outside of the state, but we want to get as much face time as possible with our investor partners because they're just busy.
It's important to us too. It's important to them. It's important to us. When you say FaceTime, first and foremost, the thing that pops into my mind is floor one. Floor one's kind of like a myth. Like, is it real? I know it's real. I've seen it.
Yeah.
With my own eyes.
It's like a leprechaun.
All right, well, tell me about this leprechaun, Kyle.
Everybody talks about them. Not a lot of people have seen them. But we're here to tell you that they do exist. So floor one's amazing. So to give you the walkthrough, and you've probably seen it on Bronson's Instagram, but we have a golf simulator, we have a pickleball court, we have 4 80-inch TVs that are spliced together for a mega big screen, perfect for football watch parties, basketball watch parties. We have a sauna, cold plunge, hot tub, locker room shower area, but also we have a gym, and it's a nice gym. There's dumbbells that are so big, it's probably only Bronson that's able to pick them up. So they're Bronson-specific dumbbells, but we have pretty much something for everybody.
I think they weigh as much as me. Like, I'm not like one of the dumbbells, the biggest that we have.
Well, and the thing is too, since they knew that Bronson was going to be used in the gym here, one of the things while they were building out the space that they had to do is they had to go reinforce the floor. They had to go structurally underground, reinforce what was holding the floor up so it doesn't crater down into the center of the earth. Because Bronson was going to be lifting so much weight in there, they're scared that if you dropped a weight, it wouldn't stop. And so the floor is built tough. It can handle the heaviest and strongest of lifters.
It's a Ford floor.
And let's not forget the hot tub. It can hold a hot tub.
And it can hold a hot tub.
That's true. Those things are heavy.
Oh, they are, yeah. And a cold plunge.
And a cold plunge, yeah.
And the sauna. The sauna's not heavy, but it holds the sauna pretty well too. Those are all amenities that are offered on floor one.
Yeah, so we love the space, and it's something too where we want to be able to provide opportunities for our investor partners to be able to come have fun in that space with us to enjoy different events. And so there are a bunch of different things that we offer to try and utilize that space. And so part of our ongoing communication with investors is keeping them informed of different events and things that are happening, and specifically happening down in that floor one space because it's a great place to host large groups. Yeah. So a great place to have fun, play golf, but also a great place to come and learn. So one of the things that we're currently doing in that floor one space is Jason is doing a lecture series, and it's amazing.
Anybody that subscribes to our email newsletter will know about this event that we have going on, and it really is cool.
People loved it.
Yeah.
The first one, we just had
First one's done.
Last week or 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. 2 weeks, about a week and a half ago.
People were talking to me about it and saying like how much they really enjoyed it and they walked away with a ton. And I have people that are telling me, oh yeah, I can't wait to come back just because, I mean, Jason is sharing the secrets, kind of his strategy. I know the next one's strategies, correct?
Yeah, correct.
And his story's impressive. And I may be butchering some of the initial details, but the lecture series is intended to go over his journey in real estate. Well, I think for context, it helps to see where he was at and what he was able to do. And so, again, I may be butchering some of the numbers, but Jason was working a normal W-2 job. He was making $50,000 to $60,000 a year, which is an interesting number because that's something that probably a lot of our investors make more than. Or at least the ones getting started probably at least make that much, meaning that where he was at is very relatable to a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And so making 50 to 60K per year, he is able to work a day job by day, build a real estate portfolio by night. And before he really started taking on outside capital, he was able to grow with that income to where he had roughly a $12 to $13 million real estate portfolio that was generating, $1.2 to $1.3 million in gross scheduled rents. So based on a 50 to 60K a year salary, that is so impressive because the thing is, that means he was so efficient and proficient at being a real estate operator. And so you'll see gurus on the internet who they made a ton of money from the sale of a company, that they make a ton of money from their day job, and they're able to start buying, fourplexes and duplexes and eightplexes, and they're selling courses. Well, Jason didn't have the luxury of making a 7-figure income. He was scrappy. He figured it out from a really relatable income level. And so that's what the lecture series is him sharing that blueprint. He could charge people for the same information, but he's just making it free and available to the public.
He's been asked countless times to do this, to hold classes. Yeah. He's been offered money to do it as well. So, but yeah, you're right. He's doing it for free. The first one was how I got started. Second one, strategies, right?
Yeah.
And then we're just kind of taking them off from there. And I can't remember what the rest of them are.
I think is taxes in there,
taxes,
or tax efficiency, and then I can't remember them. But
I mean, I made the emails and the slides and
essentially one a month through December.
Killer.
Yeah, if people can make it, it's definitely worthwhile. I've been buying real estate myself for a number of years, and sometimes you get to the point where you've done something long enough that you feel like you know everything. And I'm going into these lectures that are in some ways intended for newer investors, and I'm coming away with notebooks full of things that I wasn't really aware of or that I'd completely forgotten. And so incredibly useful, incredibly beneficial. So if somebody can make it, definitely worthwhile.
Now, these events, what if we wanted to hang out with Bronson at these lecture series, or if we wanted to come and meet Kyle, or, who else is at these events? All right.
So everybody who's anybody shows up, but a lot of people from our team end up going there because we want to support each other. We want to support our investors, but also we are lifelong learners. So that's one thing I do like about the group of people here at Harris Investment Group is they're all ambitious people who are all trying to learn and grow and be the best versions of themselves that they can be. And so you'll meet a lot of different members of our team. So the last one that we went to, Jared, our controller, was there. Matt Isley, one of our real estate analysts, was there. And they were there just solely for the intent of trying to learn more themselves. So it's a great time to come and, bump shoulders with Bronson, get an autograph, but also meet other members of the team as well.
You know what? Hearing you talk about this makes me think about all of the things that we do, from floor one to the lecture series to just having fun with people. It goes back to the core of Harris Investment Group and what we do, and it's building relationships. Think of the best relationship that you have in life, and I bet you at the top of the list as far as what makes that relationship really thrive, communication. And I think that's what Harris Investment Group does a really good job of, is communication. We want to be sending everyone as many things as they can to understand more of our processes, and as well just getting to know us as people, because Harris Investment Group, it's something we love and we're all about it, but we also are people, and we understand that it's a big piece that I think as you get too big you miss out on. But that's why I love what we do, because if I come and listen to Jason and I end up investing, it's like, am I investing because it's a great opportunity? Yes. Am I investing because Jason knows what he's doing and he's the founder? Yes. Am I investing because the numbers are great? Yes. I'm investing for these reasons, but really it comes down to the people. Yeah. And I've seen that in my own investment life. It's all about the people. That's what really matters.
You're absolutely right, because there's a question that comes after all of that is, what's next? Like, okay, I've invested with Harris Investment Group. I've invested with people that I trust. I've invested here. Like, now what?
Yeah, now what?
That's a big question mark that leaves a lot of people hanging. Like, that's a hang up. Like,
yeah.
What's it going to be like after that?
It's like a step of darkness that you don't know because it's in the dark. It's like, maybe you've never invested with a firm like a Harris Investment Group or a different firm or wherever you're investing, but maybe we should unravel that for some people. Kyle, maybe you could walk us through if I came and invested, I said I want to invest, with Harris Investment Group, what are the next steps? Like, what does that look like?
In a partnership, it's something where we want to help you along the way. And so part of when somebody sets a goal and has a goal for a pot of money is we want to help them stay confident in what they did and the investments they made and have an understanding of what they're invested in. So part of that is constant communication. So that's part of the reason we have all these events, is so that people can get FaceTimes with our group. Outside of that, though, is we believe in regular communication. So we'll reach out to investors proactively to see what questions they have, to see what we can do to jump on and get some FaceTime with them. But we also send out monthly, they're going to get monthly reports. They can log into Juniper Square in our investor portal and access documents, newsletters. We send out monthly videos.
Oh, yeah.
Those are great.
I know about those.
Tell us about the videos, Matt.
Oh, I could do that. Thanks for bringing it up. We offer quarterly reports like most other investment firms do, just on every investment that we offer that people are invested in. But we also do monthly video updates on our fund investments, the bigger investments. So every month, our investor partners are getting a monthly update from Jason Harris and Matt Denning.
So good,
which is a big deal.
It's so good. I got, right, because I'm an investor here. I literally went home the other day and my wife's like, oh, did you see the video? And I was like, which video? She's like, Jason and Matt talking about, what we got into as far as our investments. And she's like, it was so great. Like, it was so fun listening to the updates on what we got into and hearing how everything's going. And we just sat there and talked about it, because that's what we want to happen. Is we want people to be having those conversations with their spouse or even their financial team. Because I guarantee a lot of people even took that video and copied and pasted it and sent it off to their financial team to say, hey, check this out.
Yeah.
And so it's just so valuable.
Well, and we have so many avenues that we work to reach all of our investor partners on. Some people like the quarterly reports. They like to read about the investment. They like paragraph by paragraph, which we provide. Some people really ingest the videos that we make, which is pretty cool. So we send them out via email. We send them out via text message as well, with a link to watch the video to access their report. But we also have a data room, a whole other demographic and a whole other tool that we use to help bring light and education to our investor partners. So Kyle, what's data room?
Great question. So let's say, Matt, that you'd never heard of Harris Investment Group before, and we have an initial conversation with you. Our data room is a great way for us to send over information about different investments, just so you can have all the information readily available to you. So basically a data dump, everything you could possibly want to know about, like Bronson was talking about, truck stops or multifamily properties or whatever that specific investment is. It's a great place to access it all in one place. So all the materials, the marketing material for a specific property, you'd be able to find it in there.
All the quarterly reports are stored in there as well. Up-to-date pictures, which I know because
that's awesome.
All of us here, we work office to office to office. Like, we are all right by each other. And there are times where we've had one of our investor partners come in and chat with Kyle and Jesse. And then Kyle will come up to me after and say, hey, MattyP, like, I noticed that the last pictures that we had in our data room and our investor portal are a couple months old. Are there any new ones that you can throw on there? Anything that you can update? And so, I'll jump in and I'll update it, make sure it's all fresh and clean and has, all the latest information. But it's kind of cool to be able to do that, to have a team that's close enough, small enough, but also that we like each other enough and we have enough respect for ourselves, for the people we work with, and our investor partners, that it's a priority.
Yeah, and just shout out to MattyP. Pictures worth 1,000 words. MattyP uploads all the pictures. So technically, MattyP might be communicating the most with everyone out of the whole firm. All those photos and videos that you got going on in there.
But for real, though, the reason we do it's because we're not trying to hide. We're not trying to take people's money and hope they forget that they placed money with us, and we're not trying to bury it away and keep secrets. It's the reason we provide all the information is we want there to be disclosure. We want to be able to provide information, people to see what they invested in, and it makes it a more enjoyable experience to be able to see what you have and see the ownership in the thing that you invested in.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Yeah. It's a really big deal. And also sometimes, though, all of that is very important, and we hold that with a very high priority. But we also like to get together to just hang out, too, which is why we built Floor One. But that's also why we have events that are kind of outside just the whole investing. It's, stuff that everybody likes to do outside of work, the 9 to 5. Can you tell us about some of those events that we've done or anything that we have planned?
So we do love events, and I love events personally because it's a reason to have fun in a work environment and maybe fun during the workday. So if possible, we want to have as many as we can.
As many as we can.
As many as we can. So some ones that we've had recently that were great times is on the 4th of July. Essentially, we closed down the block in front of our building. So if you go to the parade in Provo, you'll know that the biggest hassle is finding a place and not having to sleep overnight on a parade route. Well, we do that for you. We outsource it, let somebody else suffer so that our investors can come and they can get front row seats in shade and breakfast all in one spot. And so that was a huge hit. Everybody loved it, left with a really good experience that they didn't have to sleep overnight, but they got some of the best seating, the best parking. So that was an event that we did recently. We have events that we're offering in our floor one space. So Jason's lecture series will have different opportunities for people to come learn about investments that we're offering, educational type events, sporting events. There's potentially watch parties for different football or basketball games. So we're really just trying to provide something for everybody.
We actually, for all of our investor partners, we send out a survey and we ask them a series of questions like, what do you like to do? What are you interested in? Target shooting, archery, rock climbing, boating, pickleball, So we have a very good landscape of what our investor partners like and what we can offer.
I love it. That's a big part of what we do. Like even tonight, we have a group coming in. We're going to be going over, we're going to be doing a review on some of the things that they've done. But it's going to be fun because we're going to be able to host them in our space, give them the review, talk about things that are upcoming, talk about the markets. We're going to play some golf, play some cornhole, and just hang out and have some food and hang out and have a good time and just meet up with everyone, walk them around the floor, probably catch the sunset, on top of the building. It'll be great. Yeah. So it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is worth it.
Well, geez. Thank you, Kyle.
Anytime.
Thank you so much for coming on and talking about really what makes Harris Investment Group special, which is creating an investor partnership with every investor.
Appreciate it. I enjoy it as well, and it's always fun to be able to meet up with the people that I've seen their name a million times, but it's always good to connect a face to that name.
So great. Well, if you have any questions for us over here at the HIG Podcast, send us an email, contact@harrisinvestmentgroup.com. We're ready for you. And as well, lecture series, email us so we can send you the lecture series invite. That'll be a lot of fun.
Did I even say the HIG Podcast at the beginning? I don't think I did.
I don't think so.
I have a favor to ask of you.
Yes.
Will you just say, it's the HIG Podcast?
Oh, yeah. This is the HIG Podcast.
Beautiful.
That's how you wanted it.
I'm going to dub that in the front.
All right.
So that's good. No,
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for listening. Thanks, Kyle. Thanks, chair, desk, and paper towels for cleaning my spilled drink.
I spilled it.
Like, comment, subscribe, share on your Instagram. Cover all the bases.
Yeah.